doing lots of fantastic role play. I've loved all of your videos, your pictures. They're brilliant. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to work out really how many. Okay, how many in that group, and how did we get there? How did we get to that number? So are we adding? Are we taking away? So how many in this group? Can you count? I'll help you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So there's 4 altogether. How many in this group? Can you see? What can you see? How many can you see? That's right. There are, you can't see it because my head's in the way, 5. I could see a badger and a hedgehog at the bottom, the squirrel and the blue tit and the owl on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many in this picture? I wonder if you can see how many in this group. And how did you get there? How did you get your answer? Did you count them one by one? Or did you see a pattern? Did you see, I can see 3 across the top and 2 underneath? Maybe you saw it differently. Hopefully you saw that there's 5. And finally, what about this? How many books can you see? How did you count them? Did you count them one at a time? I can see 2, 4, 6. Or a 3 and a 3. Or you could just count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to try and move it on. And I've made some problems up for you. Okay. Right. Now, look what it's telling you to do here. Okay, so think about what's happening here. What problem or what might be happening here? Have you worked it out? Okay, so 3 octonauts each had an ice cream, and they gave one to a go-getter. So how many altogether? That's right, 4. 1, 2, 3. Add 1 more equals 4. You could write that down if you wanted to now. You could pause the video and write that down as a number sentence. Let's move on. What can you see here? I'm going to move my face out of the way because otherwise you won't be able to see the zoomer. What's happening? Oh, can you see that symbol? What are we needing to do here? Maybe you can work out how are we going to find out how many. I can see that there's 4 Paw Patrol vehicles already on the Paw Patroller and 2 that need to be added. So what would the number sentence be for this one, do you think? Have you solved it? Well, let's count. How are we going to, I think we're going to need to add. So let's start off. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the Paw Patroller. So that's 4. And then we're going to add, 1, 2. We're going to add these 2 pups, Tracker and Zoomer. So let's count them all together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done if you work that one out. Maybe you could pause it and write the number sentence. 4 add 2 equals or is the same as 6. The same one. Right, now, what's happening in this picture? Try and solve this problem. What can you see? What do you think you're going to need to do? Find the clues. I have had good fun doing these, by the way. Okay. Now, how many we're trying to work out. Now, this is a big clue, isn't it? We know that this means take away, okay? So we're going to need to take away some pups. Which pups do you think are going to need to be taken away? Good. So let's start by counting how many we've got all together. How many do we start with? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pups, 6 vehicles in the Paw Patroller. Which pups are ready to roll out? That's right, Chase, Everest and Rubble. So if they roll out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, take away, they're going to be gone, aren't they? 1, 2, 3. So 6, start with our total, 6. Now we're going to take away 1, 2, 3. Wonder what the answer is going to be. Might help if you draw it. So I'm just going to do some dots here for the pups. Okay, to help you. I'm going to do some dots. Maybe you could have a go with your pen and paper, trying to work out how you're going to prove it. Okay, well done. So we've got, haven't got a red, so I'm going to have to use pink for Marshall. Okay. Okay, right. So this is how I've recorded it. I've got my 6 colours showing me all the pups. And now I'm going to cross off the pups that are leaving, which is the ones at the bottom, isn't it? Which is Rubble, Everest, and Chase are going to go. Okay. Now can you see it that we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and these pups are going to go. So how many are we going to be left with? Good, 3. Well done if you worked that one out. They're the ones that are going to go. So we had 6, we take away 3, that leaves us with these 3 left up the top. Okay, now here are some farmyard animals. Can you work this one out? So how many do we start with here? Can you count how many horses and how many billy goats we've got all together? And look, here's the clue. We're going to take away. And there's a bridge here. So I wonder if maybe the billy goats are going to be going to find some tasty grass. If you think you can solve this yourself, you can pause it and go ahead. I'm going to show you now with a H for horse and a B for billy goat. Okay. Okay, I've got 2 H's and 3 B's for billy goat. Okay, and I think the billy goats are going to trip trap over this bridge. So we're not going to see them because they're going to go. So I'm going to take away the billy goats. So how many have I got left? The 2 horses. So 5. Count them on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take away the billy goats means that I have 2 horses left. Okay, over to you now. Have a go yourself. Find some small world characters. Maybe you could make a problem for your adult to solve. If your adult's getting involved, they can make a problem for you to solve. What's happened in your story? Will you be taking away or adding to find the total? Pictures, we'd love to see some pictures. And we will do our best to get through all the videos because I know you're loving it. So well done for all your hard work reception.